welcome back to my channel. It is 9 o'clock at night right now, and I don't know why I'm filming, but you know, randomly at like 8 o'clock I started putting on a full face of makeup, and so I figured, well, if I'm gonna have a full face of makeup, I might as well film something, because what's the point of that? So anyway, today I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite foundations for the summertime. You guys tell I'm getting lazy with my hair like this summer? Like, what is even going on? I have about 6 foundations here to share with you that I think would be great for the summertime, and they range from like very light coverage to like medium-ish full coverage. So before we hop into this video, I want to let you know that I have normal to dry skin. My skin's usually never oily. In the summer, it can get a little dewy from like sweating, but I feel like that's for most people. But like normally, my skin is just normal to dry. We're going to start off. The very first one I want to mention is a very light coverage foundation, and this one is also very new to me. I've only worn it a couple times, and I've never mentioned it on my channel before. And this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Tint. Now, this I think is a great foundation for if you are going outside, you're going to be hanging out, maybe, see, I wouldn't want to say by the lake or by the pool, because if I'm going to go on the lake or by the pool, maybe I'll have mascara on, but if I know I'm going to be jumping in, then like I don't even do that, because then it just like runs down my face. Now, I would say maybe if I'm going to be outside, having like, just hanging outside throughout the day, but I don't really want like heavy makeup on, then I would wear this. And this I really like because it comes with a doe foot applicator, and a lot of people don't like doe foot applicators, but I really like them. I just like because you can just paint it on your face and be done, and it's fun and easy. This one does have a scent. It smells very plasticky. It kind of reminds me of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, that kind of scent, but I really like this, and I have the shade 40 Nude. This is the 4th darkest shade, and it's not even that dark. It might be, I think it gets a little bit darker as it sits on your skin, but this one is not that dark. The other ones, they have lighter shades, but one was like really pink, one was really yellow, and then like the very lightest one was a more neutral undertone like this one, but it was way too white. So I feel like if you're a lighter skin tone, it might suit you better. Deeper skin tones, there was not many at Target. I want to say maybe 8 shades, 6 or 8, I don't know, not that many. It's always hard to tell, because when I put it on my face, my shoulders are really tan. Like my face looks white right now compared to my shoulders, but like the front of my body, I feel like is pretty like lighter, whereas like my shoulders are really tan. So I have a hard time matching, you know, and I feel like my face is a little bit light today. It's a very light coverage. So you are going to see, if you have freckles, you are going to see them. Blemishes, you are going to see them a little bit, but it still covers where it's like you look put together, but like it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like it maybe like if you have a little bit of redness or a little bit of unevenness. Sometimes I just don't like to go out because without anything on my face, because there's some days where I'm just like, and my skin just kind of feels like there's just like unevenness, and if I just put a light layer of something like this on and it just pulls it together, I think it looks great. I'm trying to find a good example, because like if I'm going to go out with friends, I might put on a little more foundation. But if I'm going to be like on the beach, if you're not planning to jump in, maybe you would like this. This has hyaluronic acid in it, by the way. It says it moisturizes and plumps skin for 24 hours. It's 1 fluid ounce. I don't think there's SPF in this, so you would have to put another one on. But this is more of just a hydrating tint. I would think you would even like this in the winter time, actually, if you are especially normal to dry skin. But I really like this one so far. I've only used it a couple times, like I said, but so far I've really liked it, and I've heard a lot of people rave about it, so I figured I would mention it. The Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, and I really like this foundation for just year-round. When I was during school, like this past school year, I wore this so much because, again, it has a doe foot applicator, so it was so easy just to swipe all over your face, blend it in. I really liked blending this in with a brush because it gave me a little more coverage, and I just felt like it's quicker to do it with a brush. So I just would swipe it all over my face, blend it in, and it was done. Easy, simple, quick. It's about a medium coverage. It's more than the Neutrogena Hydro Boost, but it's a medium. You could probably build it up to a high medium. It's not like a thicker full coverage foundation, but it does cover quite a bit. Like I have a lot of scarring on my chin. You can't really tell today. I'm kind of wearing a pretty full coverage foundation, but like around my chin I do have quite a bit of acne scarring and stuff, and this is a great job of covering it. This does come with SPF, so this would be another one that I would wear around. Like if I were to do things with friends throughout the day or something, I feel like this would be just a great classic easy one that doesn't, again, look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. I have the shade LW2. I don't know why I'm in the warms, but I'm usually more of a neutral undertone person, but I really like this one a lot. This one gives you 1 fluid ounce as well, and this one has SPF, which is what is nice, but it definitely does cover more than the Neutrogena one. But I really like this one, you guys. I've talked about this one a lot in my favorites videos. This is just one of my classics. Obviously my Rimmel Lasting Finish is my all-time favorite, but they discontinued that one and I am absolutely so sad, and I still haven't ordered any online, which I really should try and find some on Amazon or something. But that one was my all-time favorite. Would recommend it 100%, but I'm not going to talk about it because you can't get it anymore. But this one definitely is probably a really close call to, like, it's not, nothing is going to surpass that Rimmel Lasting Finish, but this one is a very good one, and it will have to be probably one of my favorites, well, my top favorite now because that one's gone. Another one is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish. I have the shade Light Ivory. I talk about this all the time when I mention this foundation, but I'm the shade Porcelain, actually. This one is just like way too light. Light Ivory is so yellow, so freaking yellow, and so light. I'm not this light. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, that's insane. I'm never this light. So if you are very pale, you would like this. But this is a really great foundation. I used to wear the shade Porcelain. Like I said, their shade ranges are mixed up. Like if you order online, it's different than Target because I think they like redid some of their shades. I don't know the deal with it. But this is a great foundation if you can find your shade. Comes with a pump, glass bottle. I love a pump or a doe foot applicator, either one. I don't think this has the like any SPF in it. Maybe it does. The old packaging had like writing on the back, but this one doesn't. I believe this is 1 fluid ounce as well, if I remember correctly from the other packaging. But I really like this foundation. I think it does a nice flawless finish. Medium coverage. You can probably build this one up more than the other Physicians Formula one, but this one is a very great one as well if you would like a medium-ish coverage foundation, one that's going to sit flawlessly in your skin, but it's not going to be too dewy or too mattifying. That's what I like. That other Physicians Formula one is perfect too. I just want to repurchase them in my right shade because I had the wrong shade and I never returned it. I don't know why. Probably have the receipt. It's probably been more than a few months though. But yeah, I really like this foundation. Another one is the LA Colors Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. I did do a video on this. I can link it down below. This is a $4 foundation in store, $6 online. I later realized once I did the video. Either way, it's a cheap foundation. I have the shade Natural, which is the lightest one in store. It's got like a harder plastic, a pump. If a foundation that's this cheap can come with a pump, why can't them all? I think this one, like I had said, is a great one if I would like to be put together and have a little bit more coverage, so a good medium coverage. You can build this one up quite a bit. I'm very careful with the way I say full coverage because like if I'm thinking full coverage, I'm thinking my Milani Conceal and Perfect thick, heavy duty, which I'm wearing today mixed with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus right now. Like full thick coverage foundation. Like that's what I'm thinking of if I'm thinking of full coverage. But this one is not as like thick and full coverage, but it is still like a good medium coverage. I think it does cover a lot. It is still a pretty like thick, high covering foundation, and it's not like super thick. It's got the like a high pigment like it says, which I think is great because that's what really gives me the coverage, just how much pigment is in it. So I really like this one. I would definitely wear this one if I was out with friends, going out to eat one night, say I was, I don't know, just doing things throughout the day, but I wanted to be a little bit more put together and have a little bit more full coverage foundation, but I know, medium to full, but I know that it's going to stay on my skin all day. This would be one. Because this one's matte too. And I have normal to dry skin. And I don't think it's too like suction matte. Okay, so this one is the Revlon Colorstay. I have the normal to dry. You can buy the combo to oily. This one's got SPF 20. I'm in shade 150 Buff, which is a little light right now. This would be more my winter shade. This one I used to like more than I do now. But when I think of like a summery foundation, I do think of this one being a good one. I think I would need a different shade though if I were to wear it now. Pairing this with a dewy primer I feel like would give me a nice dewy glowy look, but still natural. This is a very classic drugstore foundation. It's been around for a while. It'll give you that nice medium to full coverage. It's not thick. It's actually of a more like liquidy foundation. It will like run down your hand. Like I said, it is a little light for me. I just feel like this was like the old school like you could honestly apply it with your fingers and you would be happy with it type of foundation. This would be a little bit more of a lighter weight. I would probably throw this in with more of the category of the Physicians Formula one. This is definitely probably the fullest coverage. I would pull the e.l.f. one in between the Physicians Formula and the LA Colors. I'd say this one is probably paired easily with the Physicians Formula one, and I think it gives me a good coverage. It says a 24-hour long wear. I feel like this foundation is a pretty long wearing one. It's been at the drugstore for years. It's held around. A lot of people have talked about it throughout the years, and I think it's a good classic one. This one, I haven't really been talking about prices, but the e.l.f. one and the LA Colors are pretty inexpensive. These two are around the same price. These are the more expensive. This is definitely $15, around 12-ish, more expensive ones. I actually do really enjoy this foundation. I feel like in the winter when my skin's a little bit more like dry and not as like its most alive phase, I feel like this one doesn't go as well because I will want more dewiness. But in the summer, I like this one more because it's definitely more like, obviously you're sweating and you're outside and everything, and it's warmer. So that's what I like for this one. So those are all the foundations that I think are great for summertime for normal to dry skin. I had one that was like specifically matte. Otherwise the other ones are pretty more natural finish. I didn't really mention any specifically dewy ones because even though my skin is dry and I want my skin to look dewy, in the summertime it's hard to be dewy because then when you sweat you're even dewier. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like dewy is more for the winter. So maybe when it comes around to winter, if you guys would like me to do my favorite foundations for the winter time, I can definitely do that. But these are the ones that I really would reach for more in the summer, whereas in the winter I have my ones that I would reach for more then. So yeah, and as you can tell, they're not all thick and full coverage. I tried to go with the more lighter coverage or the lighter weight ones or the ones that aren't going to be heavy, and more like medium-ish foundation coverages, not really like the full intense ones. So, and of course a lot of these you can build up, but I don't know. I feel like this was a long video. I hope it was informative. Let me know your favorite foundations to wear in the summer down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you stuck around to the end. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.